They said it couldn't be done.
Everything I spit rare, we sound in that gray area podcast. They talk about hip hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Ooh, let me catch it once again. Every time I'm spitting.
Let's get this shit.
God did!
It's been a while since we've done a review, right? Maybe Kendrick, I think.
Yeah, we've been taking a break from the reviews.
Yeah, it's been a while, but a strong one to come back on. This is an album that's been long in the making, I think. But I guess let's just kick off with what we normally do and talk about how we were introduced to Freddie Gibbs, when that was. Has anyone been listening since way back or had a more recent sort of entry to Freddie Gibbs?
I don't know what we class as way back, but I definitely remember you telling me to listen to Pinata. So how long ago that was, I have no clue. But Pinata was where I had heard of / listened to Freddie Gibbs. So that's like 2014.
Yeah.
But I didn't really listen or take Freddie Gibbs in until You Only Live Twice, because Amnesia was like, it come up on my my Spotify kind of suggestions. You know, we do like a hip hop playlist and it just slides in a few songs you might like. That was in there. And I was like, what is this? I was like, ooh. And I was like, oh, I've heard of Freddie Gibbs. And from there, I think I kind of paid attention, obviously, since 2017. But he's one of them rappers that's like really prolific, that he disappears. And, you know, it's like, it's kind of hard to rely on him to drop. Like, he'll just drop a whole bunch of singles, but not really projects. But yeah, that's me. So I guess since technically 2014, but not actively.
See, I mean, I would say he's been like consistently dropping for, well, he pretty much drops a project every year, but I guess if he's not quite on your radar, you may miss from time to time. The only year he didn't drop was the year before that project, was 2016, because he was in jail, I think, in Europe.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in jail in Europe. He got accused of something pretty serious. It turned out the person was making it up. Anyway, he got out, and then that was his first project and the first music he released since then. So that's probably why it kind of came on your radar, because it was quite a big deal. That was like his return. But yeah, no, I think Freddie was probably sort of I probably heard Freddie as early as like 2011, 2012, but didn't really realize, because I think he was signed to Jeezy back then. He was featuring on like Static Selector projects, did stuff with the Wu-Tang, I think Domo Genesis, Sean Price, like all sort of people that I would have like dipped in and out of at the time, Currency. But the first time I remember hearing him was his feature on Danny Brown's album Old. Does anyone remember that song, The Return? Yeah. So The Return was like a homage to Return of the Gangster by Outkast. And I remember at the time, I either watched or listened to an interview by Danny Brown, and he said Freddie Gibbs was his favorite gangster rapper at that point. So, you know, back then and even now, I always take a Danny Brown cosign seriously. So I was like, let me check Freddie Gibbs out then. I like the feature. Let me check him out. And for some reason, I didn't listen to the mixtapes. I didn't check his debut album, but I saw that he had singles and EPs of Madlib. And I was like, oh my God, like, what have I been doing? Like, you know, how have I missed this? And I mean, Fuggin' is still, to me, like one of his greatest songs. That is just flawless. But the song that I think you all know that I love is Shame. That was just heavy in rotation for me, sort of 2013, 2014 times. So yeah, Pinata was like the first project I sort of listened to in real time and that made me become a fan of Freddie Gibbs, because, well, Pinata is a, you know, underground classic at this point. But what about Theo or Kieran? What was your introduction to Freddie Gibbs?
I was gonna say mine's probably late, but it was thugging for me, because I was like, I swear, I think even you said told me to go and check Freddie Gibbs out, and it was thugging, and I must have heard it. I was like, oh my God, who on earth is this? And I checked out Pinata, and that is just, I mean, it's just a flawless classic to me. That album's just amazing, and it was later on though, because I kind of like dipped in and out, and it wasn't until it got to, if I'm being brutally honest, it's when it got to Bandana, and then I was like, oh, okay, Freddie Gibbs is back with Madlib again. I know, because I missed out. That's what I mean. I didn't I missed that whole chunk out of like albums, which are just amazing, by the way. But I dipped back in, and then when Bandana came out, I was like, okay, I'm taking Freddie seriously. So literally from 2019 onwards, I just took him seriously and just think this guy is amazing. But
wow,
I want to say it was, I don't know, about around 14, 15, obviously dipped in Pinata, but then I just lost track and then got back in touch with him when Bandana came out.
Well, it makes sense because, like Sam said, it felt like he was a bit more sporadic at that time. I guess the album that followed Pinata didn't quite. I guess it just wasn't as well received. It was still it's still a good album, but obviously having Madlib attached is going to bring more attention. And then, like I say, he was in jail for a period of time, and it sort of slowed down his momentum. But Kieran, what about you? Because we've all had very different time periods here. It's quite interesting.
It's sort of a collection of like yours and Theo's, because obviously like you were the plug this time. You gave us Freddie Gibbs with Pinata, so I got in with that. Then I listened to Shadow for Doubt, and there were actually a few songs I liked more than the ones on Pinata. I think. Oh wow! Like Fucking Up the Count.
Yeah.
Wait, let me get this track list up, because there's a few that I feel like people don't speak about this album enough. There's some really like top tier. Forever and a Day. That's a really good Freddie track. Careless, obviously as well. Careless. I think those three. I don't know. They were just like heavy in rotation. I think they were more addictive than Pinata as well. And I feel like this album comes nicely in connection with Shadow of the Doubt, like the style he showed us on that. The one we're going to discuss today. But yeah, I like Theo. I don't know what happened, but I just stopped listening to him until Bandana happened again. I don't know if it's because like I didn't like You Only Live Twice, the album, or something, but I just kind of like went off with him. Even though like I was listening to the singles, like on Freddie, there was some good tunes that for some reason like went into me. I think like Wait, I don't know why that one. The bass on that was just crazy, But
big up Kenny Beats.
Exactly, But he's got such a good producer selection throughout his whole career. Like even with Alfredo as well. Like I think that's when it got solidified. Like he's on a really crazy run right now.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask next. Was since let's say Pinata is this one of the best runs ever? Like just across whether it's mainstream artists, underground. Like, think about
that point,
output.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard the run though, if that makes sense. Like I've heard the music, but I haven't experienced the run. So Pinata was great. Obviously, I love Madlib, and then Freddie was doing his thing. Then Bandana, then Alfredo, and now Soul sold separately. But I don't know if I felt the run, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get you. See, I think, you have maybe heard me say this before. I've kind of, for the last couple of years, said that if you just consider everything, to me, Freddie Gibbs is the best rapper since 2018 because of the output. Like, if we just consider all the sort of aspects that we would deem a great rapper or a great album, by the way, go back and listen to those episodes if you've got this far.
What do you mean if you got this far? The fuck? We're in the first 10 minutes. You better be this far. And while you're this far, let me tell you some stuff, Listen. First of all, get the fucking Discord. You lot hear us say this shit all the time. Get the Discord. There's exclusive content in there. You can get Lifestyles of the Heath by fucking Alexander T, aka the resident seasoning man. You can just talk to us. We will talk to you. If someone gets in there, oh my God, you're going to get everything. So all the fucking hundreds and thousands of you that are listening, if you like Freddie Gibbs, then you should like us enough to go in the Discord. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Go.
If you're listening this far. Fucking hell.
So I think that you could argue it goes back as far as Pinata, but I do think maybe there was a bit of momentum lost with, for whatever reason, Shadow of Doubt didn't get as well received. You Only Live Twice is kind of not deemed on the level of some of the other projects we're about to mention. We spoke about the jail time a couple of times now. But I do think since 2018, Freddie, like that run of Freddie, which was largely produced by Kenny Beats, you had Fetty, which was the joint album with Currency and The Alchemist. You had Bandana, you had Alfredo, and now you've got this. It's just strong projects after strong projects. And it's reminded me a little bit of like the Doom run of the sort of early to mid 2000s, where just every album is hitting.
Yeah. No rappers really like had that kind of career where it's like, okay, this is one of the hottest producers out and they're one of my favorite. Let me collab with them. then he does it with Kenny V's. Do you know what I mean? Like he's going back and forth between like three of the best producers in the scene right now.
Yeah, and that's impressive as well. Like to not sometimes some artists don't even get to work with one of those producers, let alone 2, 3 of the sort
close
of
relationship with.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, should we just get into the album? Really, I think usually we kind of start more with like the artist performance of the lyrics and that. But I thought it would be interesting to talk about the production first and just the sound of the album. I mean, do we think this is like? Well, I mean, this is a bit of a silly question. It's obvious what the answer is. Is this his most versatile project to date?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because he's fused everything. Oh, it just sounds amazing. It's like I liked your comment before when you put it in the group, Sean. There's that. It's like everything of what he's put in his discography. He's like chucked it all in the pot, stirred it all up, and you get it in this album. Literally, you get absolutely everything.
Yeah, and this is one of those times where, you know, like when a rapper can't sing but they decide to sing anyways. He does it so well so badly in some places that I like it, and so well in other places that it sits right. Like there's versatility in this, and it shows. Like it's one thing to try sing, you know, and then put the auto tune on, and he doesn't really do that much in here. He just sings, and it sounds good / bad / like fitting. So yeah, there's a lot of versatility in this. There's a couple things that are trash, but we'll get to that when we get to it if we're going through track by track.
What I would say though is like first of all, not to discredit like the Alchemist or especially Madlib, who clearly pick. They've got a lot of they've got various different influences in their own music, but they have a distinctive style. And when you work with one producer, it can be a very sort of condensed project in terms of the soundscape. But what the other thing I wanted to say was, like, I think Kieran briefly mentioned it earlier, is that we kind of got this with Shadow of a Doubt, where he was kind of dabbling in different sounds and there was a bit more melody and
it's that melodic rap kind of sound that he's got.
And the production style varied on that album too. But I think this time is now like he's gone on this mad run and worked with these different producers, and like Theo just said, he's kind of like mixed it together and put it into a more, I guess, cohesive project, right? And just like ironed it out, and now it's sounding cleaner and fresher. And maybe that's down to also, I think it's the major label debut, isn't it? Right? I think it's certainly the biggest budget I think he's had on a project with this one. But definitely his most versatile. But you're going to get that when you work with so many different producers, right? You've got the sort of mainstays in Madlib and Alchemist on here, but then you've got Justice League, and you've got I'm trying to think of other names on here now. Jake One's got a big...
Yeah, Jake One's on here. And how do you pronounce that person as well? K-Trana?
K-Trana.
They're on.
Talking about this, though, you know the list that got released like months ago that me and Theo were gassed about? Like that had Timberland on it. That had other producers.
Yeah,
I was actually disappointed that
same, because it had Pharrell on it as well, Kieran.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I think
have you seen
Bootleg Kev, the Bootleg Kev podcast? He does loads of interviews with rappers, and I think Freddie Gibbs was saying that the track with, well, he was saying he'd heard the song with Pharrell, but apparently it didn't get cleared or something like that. But hopefully we hear it at some point. That'll be cool.
Oh yeah, hopefully. Because the thing is, like, that list of producers was like unbelievable. Yeah, it was too good to be true.
I should check it out now that we've not got any spoilers. But it can't be spoiled. Sorry. But so what were some of our favourite beats on here? Any standouts?
Lobster Omelette, because the second I heard it, I knew what was going to happen. Because that
Luxury.
That beat was just like, okay, I can tell that Rick Ross. Oh God, I'm dying. I could tell that Rick Ross was coming, and Gold Rings.
Oh, Gold Rings. Oh, you start taking.
And it's the way Gold Rings comes in as well.
No, yeah, that's the thing. No, it's it's the transition from Dark Hearted to Gold Rings. Oh my goodness me. It's just perfect. It really is.
Okay, we'll shout out
Alchemist
Jake One for Lobster Omelette.
Serious beat. What about you guys? What did I just say? The two
Blackest in the Room.
Yeah, Blackest in the Room is hard.
It's just the way the beat switches. It kind of reminds me of Real. Is it Real on Pinata, where like halfway through the song flips to something else, and you're like, oh yeah, I think it's Real. song?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Fake Names off Bandana as well. There's a beat switch on that, I think. But
I
doesn't
love it
really
when
remind
Freddie
me of
does
this one. Yeah, Blackest in the Room. I mean, that's Alchemist, another one. That got Jesus, man. I thought I kind of went over his discog just this year alone, and it's crazy. It's just there's too much.
I feel like that song has like helped remind me that like he's gunning for #1 spot.
What? But who? Freddie or Alchemist?
Alchemist.
Oh yeah. To me, he's #1 this year, like producer. It's just.
Oh, you're like certain.
Yeah.
I mean, there's competition to be had because someone released a very good.
There really is.
There's definitely competition.
There's competition, 100%.
There's competition. We won't name who
but
it is, but because this is about Freddie. But okay, you say that.
You
you heard that song, that album, Louis. That's a good album. So we won't get too deep into it. Let's stick on the Freddie topic. But how many beats has Alchemist got on here?
Just one.
Just the one.
Just the one. Yeah. Oh wow, real mix.
But the one you mentioned, Sam, Gold Rings, has got is it Seven Thomas on there? I think he's got a few credits on this one. Maybe the most credits out of everyone.
He has got the most,
I don't know if it's a group or whatever. I just know that producer tag has been around for a while and has produced some great beats. But yeah, that name comes up quite a lot here. For me, I want to talk about this song more in different ways, but one of the best productions on this one for me is Dark Hearted. What James Blake did with that, like the atmosphere he created.
That's very true. That's very
Jesus. True. I mean, I'm just going to say it now. That's my favorite song on here and one of the best songs I've heard this year. I think I know that there are more. There's probably he goes into more depth. Like there's denser sort of lyrical performances on here, and obviously the flow at times is crazy on other tracks. But the passion in this one, like the emotion, is incredible. What he's doing with the melodies too, and then James Blake just set this perfect picture for this song with that beat. I think that one's a real highlight, man. James Blake is a national treasure, I swear.
Yeah,
100%.
For sure.
Treasure.
I love when he does his hip hop collabs as well. It really always works.
And he's written for a lot of people too, right?
Yeah, he's one of those
Beyonce
people that's
and
kind of like in every kind of genre and doesn't feel out of place because he's vibing, you know? Like he's never like trying to just make the James Blake sound.
No, I agree.
You can always tell he made it as well.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way he mixes the sounds.
It is. You can tell if it's James Blake. He's got that significant sound, even though like he can be quite versatile with his sounds, but you just know when it's James Blake. Don't know, like you said, I don't know what it is. It's just Dark Hearted comes on and like, oh yeah, there's James Blake is involved, 100%.
But that speaks to Freddie, because obviously you have to choose to work with a producer or choose to work with an artist, and I think his beat selection is up there, because nowadays we're always celebrating rappers that make their own beats and all this kind of stuff, or have production credits. Even Kendrick to a degree has production credits, but Freddie is actually working with producers and finding beats or getting beats made for him that I'm not saying only he can go on, but they're definitely well suited to his message. There's not a beat on this album for me that feels completely out of place. There's features that feel out of place, but there aren't any beats that feel out of place. There's no beat that I feel like he's struggling on or was not catching the vibe he was trying to get.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. It's quite seamless, the way the transitions from one to the other.
Isn't it different? It's crazy as well, because he's gotten so used to working with single producer albums. And on this one, you'd think like there's a single producer over the whole thing. The way it flows between every single track. It is actually unbelievable.
Yeah. Skits do really well at keeping the theme going and whatnot. And I mean, speaking of that, and I'm about to ask this question, but I'm just going to be upfront. I don't really have an answer at this point. I've been thinking about it like for days, but I don't really know. Soul sold separately. What does that mean? What's he saying with that?
I really don't know, but he's actually mentioned that on previous albums as well. Like he's mentioned it on Bandana. That's the thing. That's why I really tried to sort of decode. Track. Yeah, right. I really tried to decode of what it actually means, but I'm not too sure. No idea, to be honest with you.
I think it's about his kind of journey into stardom. So they talk about, you sold your soul, this, that, whatever. But he's reached levels of fame without having to sell his soul. Do you see what I'm trying to say? As in, he's trying to say the two aren't one thing, because people normally sell their soul to get famous. And if we want to be honest, Freddie Gibbs is famous. He's a high level rapper. He's in the current top 10. If anybody that listens to rap is listening properly, Freddie Gibbs is in that. But Yeah, I think it's the idea of you don't have to sell your soul to reach the levels I'm at. Like my soul is sold separately.
Okay.
Yeah, you could still get me without having the soul taken as well. I like that.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot actually. That probably resonates with the album quite well actually.
Yeah,
when you think
it's quite confusing
really
if you see it from the surface. But that phrase like, oh, this product's sold separately with that.
Like when it's like batteries not included on the back of a toy or something.
Exactly.
It's similar to that. You know what I mean? You have what you want, but you haven't got the thing that makes it work, if that makes sense. His life is separate to this. His enjoyment in life is separate to this. It's almost like how, when Vince Staples says he views rapping like a job. It's that. He's got that separation. And, his soul is his, but the music is being, sold to you.
Yeah, it makes sense, especially with this. If I don't know if I'm wrong here, but for some reason I've got it in my head that this is the major label debut. Which seems weird because he's so far in. Yeah. But that makes sense because a lot of people, there's the whole term being a sellout, and people like say that their soul gets sold to the industry and this and that. So, yeah, you're connecting the dots for me, Sam. I think you're on the right lines.
But I had that same thing because I was just a bit like, well, what does it mean? You know what I mean? Like sold separately. Then there's the skits with the woman that's saying, the triple S, and I was like, I was thinking of Balenciaga because there's a triple S shoe, and I was like, that's not right. So I was like, well, what is it? And I was like, I think it's that. And I came to that conclusion. Where was I walking to? I think I was walking to work, and I was like, what does this mean though? And I was like, I think I understand it because I put it in the context of myself. It's like what I do at work isn't my soul, but some people put their soul into their work, and that's what drains them about, if that makes sense.
100%. Yeah, I get that completely.
Yeah, I get that. What I picked up from this, and by the way, I don't even think this is actually a thing. It's just the way my brain has decided to digest this album. But within about 2 or 3 listens, I started to break the album down into 3 sections, 15 tracks, and it was almost like each 5 tracks were kind of a different part of the story or the whatever the journey is of the album.
Can we say this though? It didn't feel like 15 tracks. I don't know if that's just me.
It didn't feel like that.
It didn't feel like a drag because all the tracks here are over 2 minutes. Some are touching 4. Like they're decent length tracks, and this did not feel like a long album. And I know that's something we say quite a lot is sequencing. Oh, it felt too long, but this.
One thing I think the reason why though, like. Because if Freddie was a slow rapper, it probably would have dragged on. But he's rapping so fast in most of these songs that I feel like they just speed by.
But they really do speed by, because I feel like I've listened to this album ridiculous amount of times. It just keeps going on loop. And I start off the album thinking, like you say, it's 15 tracks. I'm thinking, it might be here for a while. Before I know it, the album's starting up again. Yeah. I'm like, what?
The beginning and the ending are very strong as well. So when you've reached them. There's none of this like, oh, is that the end? It's like, it feels like the end, and it feels like the beginning. And it's like, oh shit, I'm back. Do you know what I mean?
Credit to that Madlib track, CIA. It really feels like a good ending.
I always class the bonus track as the ending because I'm never looking at the track list. I just always hear the bonus song.
Yeah.
But the bonus song as well is strong, isn't it? It feels necessary. It's not just like a random cut. It feels like it's part of the album.
Yeah.
It's like the first time they've collabed.
The end of CIA does feel like the end, because even they've got that bit in the studio where you can hear them talking about it, and he's like explaining. Not explaining, but just chatting.
I love that. Yeah. It's so authentic.
It feels like an ending. It's almost like Last Call. You know when Kanye's in the booth and he's doing, Last Call, and there's all that talk happening at the end, he's on the phone. It felt almost like that to me. But also I was just like, that's a damn good song. Like, why would you not put that at the top? I'm like, but I'm here at the end, aren't I? So it's fine to be there, at the end of the album.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, so I quickly started to almost break the album down into 3 sections. And then I thought, the title is 3 words as well. And I wonder whether each section, like the word represents those 5 tracks. So like for me, Dark Hearted until the end of the album is like the soul. That is the soul of the album with what he's talking about. But I'm not quite clear on what would be sold and what would be separately, which is why I don't think I'm really onto something with this. But that's how I've done it. I've broke it down into 3 sections, and I have different things to say about all of them, I guess, like that, because like we're singing a lot of praises here, but to me there are some not duds, but there are tracks on here where I'm like, no, it's not quite on the level of the other ones.
Yeah, and I'm
the majority of that comes in that first third.
Well, I was gonna say I would have put it out there. Pain and Strife can go in the bin.
Yeah, I knew
Offset
you were going to say
is
that,
the
100%.
worst rapper in Migos. I was thinking this as I was listening to it the first time. Offset is the worst rapper in Migos, and he makes the worst decisions on songs. He ruined that song with what he was talking about.
He actually did ruin the song because Freddie really brings that at the start. I'm like, wow, this pace is amazing.
Yeah,
I was disappointed.
I'm kind of with you. I think that Pain and Strife felt to me almost like a Bone Thugs and Harmony tribute track, like the way, especially the way Freddie was flowing on it. But yeah, the Offset verse was weak. Yeah, it weren't his best.
It was weird.
I
just
I don't think he makes good verses. Yeah. Like I was like, why don't you get Quavo or Takeoff? And I was like, maybe you're mates with Offset, because boy, I would
Offset's
not have let
a good
that get
pop rapper though. Like on ZZ, I feel like Offset does what he needs to do to make that good.
I think Offset's good when he's with the rest of the Migos. When he's on his own, I've never heard an outstanding Offset performance, and this is testament to that. But you know what? At the end of the day, you know, in every group there's a dynamic, and there's, you know, people that branch off and whatever. And I don't really think, you know, Freddie made a bad choice to have him on there, but it's definitely for me the weakest song on the album. Even though I've got it liked, I was like, I think I liked it halfway through, and I wanted to unlike it, but I was like, no, I need to know I liked this song.
Yeah, I think it's the weakest because there is a noticeable dip when Offset comes on, because I think what Freddie's doing is great, and the production's fine, the beat's fine. The other song for me was and I like this song, but too much. Ironically, the chorus is too much for me. It's just repeated too much. It's too long. It's just a very long chorus.
I found it quite vibey.
No, you know what? I love Too Much. Sorry, no.
Me too. I love Too Much.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I can't get enough of it. I could understand why someone doesn't like it, though, because it can be too much. Excuse the pun.
Well, it's quite a long chorus, and then it repeats, and it's like, okay, and it takes up like most of the track. And then Moneybagg Yo, it's a solid verse, but it's not one of the best features on it.
I'll be really listening to Moneybagg Yo, though, because I don't think I listened to him like on purpose. Do you know what I mean? No. Like I think I hear him by accident in the back of other people's tracks. I'm never going, I need Moneybagg Yo in my life.
I've got a really low point though. I need to say, because I don't know if anyone else experienced this. It's
oh no!
Oh no!
What's it to be?
It's the way DJ Paul comes in with his feature. DJ Paul, like, oh my god!
I don't know what's going on with that track, to be honest. Like, some things I had to let slide. That and the whole skits where it's like, are you out there fucking rabbits? Like, I had to let them skits go because I like certain parts are artistic choice. And what
are you saying?
You know, like the bit where he's like, "What are you doing, Freddie? You out there fucking rabbits? I got your ex-wife here and 14 of your baby mamas and all that skit." No, you don't remember that?
Freddie's out trying to stand up and mixing with these comedians now, and that's why he's got like Joe Rogan on here and others, I think.
Yeah, but I was just a bit like, this is weird and it's not funny. Like, it's not my type of humor. I was like, maybe I'm missing something here, but I was like, yeah, that's weird. And then Paul Wall. Or DJ Paul, sorry.
Is no one cringing though? This is what I'm trying to say. Like,
it's funny. DJ Paul.
I'm sorry to him, to be honest, because like the beat's good. He produced the beat as well. Yeah. I like the beat, but he shouldn't have rapped it.
So I don't know, man. I don't think the chorus is bad though.
It's not a bad song. I think it's
just the song. End of the chorus is a bit. I don't know. I feel like we should listen to it to kind of, but the way Kieran's laughing, I don't want to.
DJ Paul comes it.
I don't want to play it.
You've got me laughing way too much the way you're saying, I'm never going to look at that song again in the same way.
I didn't think it was that bad.
It's like DJ Khaled, but it's a bit more cringe, you know? I'm not going to lie.
What were you like this, Sean? Because I wasn't like this. I kind of I just let it go. You know what I mean? I just had it going.
Yeah, no, I didn't deep it as much as Theo and Kieran, but now I'm like starting to think I missed out. Like.
I think so. I like 3-6 Mafia though. That's why I kind of let it ride, because I like 3-6 Mafia and they do that shit all the time.
This one didn't ride though.
No, that is too funny.
The one thing I say is like the song is like almost clearly a sort of like homage to a certain sound.
Yeah,
it's like you're saying 3-6 Mafia, so it could easily have been out of place on here, but it's not. It's not actually like out of place at all, which is again credit to the sequencing and the transitions. And
Freddie's a southern rapper as well, so it's nice to hear like
Is he?
that
Is he?
sound.
Is he? I thought he was from Indiana. No, he's from
Gary,
Indiana, man.
Indiana,
Yeah.
Oh,
He's Midwest.
I don't know.
What
You
the
know what the
hell?
Midwest is? Young and reckless. Sorry, Sean. I know you don't really fuck with Kanye right now.
Who?
Kanye.
Okay.
The artist formerly known as Kanye West. Yay.
Yeah, so the first third for me was a bit. I was always going to say hit and miss. That's a bit harsh. It just had the weaker tracks on the track list. The middle part is a step up. And
what we class as the middle part? Lobster omelette until like
middle part was lobster omelette until PYS. That was the middle part for me.
Now I don't know how you lot feel about this, but the Anderson .Paak song felt like what he wanted to be the hit song, but it isn't that.
No, it isn't. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. It really isn't. I like the song, but I really know what you mean, because I always go back to that song and I'm like, it's a song I could skip. You know, I don't necessarily skip. But
I'll be honest.
Anderson .Paak isn't doing anything for me at all, and he's eating up the first half of the song, and I'm like, this is.
See, this is the thing as well with the chorus. Like, so when I first heard it, I was feeling it a lot. Like the hook was instant. I was like, oh, I like this. But it's another one where it's like, if you feel like it feels a bit, it feels really harsh to say it. It feels a bit monotonous after a few listens, like a bit drony.
No, you're right, honestly, because every time I listen to the album now, I go into that track, and trust me, I'm always thinking, I kind of want to skip, and sometimes I actually do skip because I don't.
It's hard.
Just don't. Yeah,
because you're hearing three verses technically. Because you're hearing chorus, verse, chorus. Then you hear Freddie. You're like, this is long, and the beat can only carry you so far.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. You know, because individually, like the verses, like Raekwon goes in, Freddie's on a mad one. Anderson .Paak's verse is solid as well. But I think it's almost like it's too formulaic. It's like, I don't know. It's the pop formula: chorus, verse, verse, chorus. Like, and but by the end, you're like, it gets a bit.
It's like I said, it wanted to be the pop song. It wanted to be the hit, but the hit is technically the Moneybagg Yo song and the James Blake song. So you kind of misjudged that one. That should have been the bonus track in my eyes, because that's how bonus tracks feel. They feel like something slapped on the end.
Yeah,
I do like an aspect of the song though. That's like the way the chorus and the verses have different energy. Like every time the verse comes in, it's a bit more darker toned than like Anderson .Paak's like lackadaisical vibe on the chorus. I think that's what makes me keep listening to it.
Yeah, I'm not skipping it. But I'm from where I was when I first heard it to where I am now. It's definitely not one of my favorite tracks. Put it this way,
it's definitely
because I want to talk about a couple of these features at least a bit more later on. But I guess the reason why I preferred the middle section to the first section as well is it's just a bit more interesting, like content wise. He's just saying a bit more. Like I found it quite interesting that there was he mentioned Jeezy at one point, and that's someone that he's been with for a long time and has sent jabs at and whatnot. But it was quite progressive actually. It was like, there's some
it was maturity
with this one, which is kind of baffling when you think about what's going on with Benny Butcher at the minute. But maybe we talk about that later. I don't know. But yeah, this section for me just it was a step up, both in terms of like. The features more often than not delivered, but also he just was saying a bit more, I guess. And then the third section, again, this is me putting them into sections. It's not like an actual thing. That final third for me, wow,
yeah.
That's the part that's got the most likes for me. I think from track 11 all the way down to the end is like.
Oh yeah,
100%.
And I wonder why he's backloaded the album. Like, I don't know if it was intentional, if it's just how he wanted it to kind of flow, but
it starts commercial, then it like transitions into this like more conscious stuff towards the end, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if people are making it that far, if that makes sense. Like Grandma's Stove, bang.
Wow.
But are people making it that far?
Unbelievable.
CIA, amazing. And I'm talking about
the last
beats
three tracks
and bars.
have low streams compared to the rest.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know if people are making it there because they're like, well, I've heard it. I heard the Moneybagg Yo. I heard the Rick Ross. Okay, yeah. Or Anderson .Paak maybe. All right, cool. And this new age people, they don't really fuck with Pusha T, but their loss.
I'm sorry, his verse was. I loved what he did.
I don't know how he's so old rapping about cocaine that he definitely hasn't sold last week, but he sounds like he just finished flipping the pack. So shout out Pusha T.
This verse though, I feel like at this point of the album, I don't know if I wanted like a high profile feature anymore. So when Pusha comes in, it does kind of take me out of the flow that Freddie starts to catch from the middle of the album onwards.
Well, he was on his own for the middle of the album. Minus Paul Wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. God, we need to call him by the right name.
God.
I keep saying Paul Wall. Paul Wall. The way you're describing cheesy rap, I've got a white man in my head, which is Paul Wall, but I know it's DJ Paul. That's the real problem.
I can't. No one else got like what I was saying though?
No, but talking of his flows though, his flow on Space Rabbit, I'm telling you, Space Rabbit's one of my favorite songs on this art. He just catches, he catches a wave, and he just surfs on the whole entire song.
What is a Space Rabbit, Theo? Please explain for the.
It does slow the album down a bit, though. Don't you think?
I don't know what a Space Rabbit is, but I'm just, that song is unbelievable, man. Oh my God, can't get enough of that song.
If we're talking Freddie's flow, I think.
He's
for me, I remember Freddie's always been someone that has done the fast rapping and sort of mixed things up a bit. Like he's been doing melodies and that, but I feel like he perfected it on Alfredo, and this is a continuation of it. Like he reached his 10,000 hours on Alfredo, then now like it's effortless at this point to him. He can just ride anything basically and deliver in the way it's meant to be delivered. Like there's been times in the past. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but where you're like, I don't know whether I would have done that flow there. Like, I didn't need to be that fast, or like you didn't need to deliver it that way in that moment. Whereas now it's like every track he's in the bag, basically. He's in his bag. Technically flawless at times. But that final, back to what you were saying, Kieran. No, I didn't really get that from Gold Rings, you know. I don't know whether I just hear it, like they're like the top two guys in coke rap, right? Hearing them two together, I think I just, every time I get caught up in their verses and the atmosphere of the beat and that. Talking about just the content as well, I think with Grandma's Stove, I mean, Freddie has been introspective before. He's been kind of raw and sort of tapped into certain emotions and that, but this one was like, wow.
This was powerful.
Self-deprecating, do you know what I mean? Like talking about the stuff with like his kids and his baby mamas and man, these are the types of songs where I'm like, the people like nearby need to check in and see if they're okay. Like some of these
and CIA as well.
Yeah.
I think in CIA he continues that deepness, doesn't he? But it's a bit more societal how he's discussing it.
Yeah, that one had a bit more social commentary in there, whereas Grandma Stove, you know that this was his sort of, I don't know, like Mother I Sober moment, or do you know, like the one that really kind of, you've got to dig from somewhere pretty deep to put this together. But then again, I guess this is their therapy, right? This is how they kind of stay on track and stay healthy as they make this music. But no, this one I was like, I think someone needs to go and check on Freddie, man. No, that's a lot to be to be dealing with at the minute.
100%.
But yeah, just to kind of go back to features, I mean, did everyone have a favourite on this?
Yeah.
It might be Raycon, to be honest. I don't know why. I love how Raycon comes on it.
Well, you know how I feel. Rosé. He just comes in flawless, comes in clean. And considering what he did on DJ Khaled, I'm impressed by this, because I thought he may have lost it, because I've been seeing a lot of bullshit online.
No.
I weren't wowed by the Ross feature. I weren't wowed.
I thought he meant to be. I think he's just doing his thing.
Exactly. He literally taking the words out of my mouth. He was just doing his own thing. It wasn't like one of his deep verses.
It wasn't one of his
verses
like that.
I don't mean in that way. Like I wouldn't have wanted a real deep verse on a track like that. I just mean, I don't know. I guess it wasn't one of his best I've heard in recent years. Like,
but it's that luxury.
Flow-wise, it was a bit like repetitive and a bit.
Yeah, but it's the luxury stuff. He talks about popping bottles in a weird location, watches and cars. That's it.
Strong. The whole thing about athletes and all that. I thought all that was quite a nice little line there. But I'm with Kieran. Raycon for me was like, how is this guy still that good? Like, stop it.
He's ridiculous.
Stop it. And it was nice to hear Scarface again, because Scarface, I mean, he's been around for so long, and he I feel like he was really ill fairly recently as well. I was getting a bit worried that he might pass. I don't know if it was COVID or something like that, but
he has retired, right? from like albums.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, he finished strong with Deeply Rooted as well. That was a really good album. But yeah, it was nice to hear Scarface. It wasn't one of his best either, but it was for someone who's been in the game as long as he has and clearly deals with quite a lot of physical strife and that. I think he did a solid on that one. I'm kind of skipping back, but that beat as well to me. I love that beat. I think that's DJ Dahi, that decoded beat.
Yeah,
Weird,
it's DJ Dahi.
Jittery, yeah. Who else was on here? Oh, I mean, yeah, we've already kind of touched on Pusha T. For me, Pusha T just sounded immaculate on this. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I think Pusha T's his stride.
Delivery. He's just his delivery, man. He's got one of the best deliveries in the game.
And the voice as well.
Yeah, exactly.
This could have been on it's still not dry or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it really could have.
It's almost dry, yeah.
But I think, Freddie was like, I need this for my album because it felt like something that could have just, been slipped off that album.
Mm-hmm. Pusha T's an anomaly where he can continue to just rap about the same things, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't get boring.
You just don't get bored of it at all, man. It just still sounds so flipping good.
And what they did in the chorus, or the second chorus, where they're going, well, not back to back, but they're together. That was nice.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. But I think, I think Kieran's right in the sense that his voice and Theo, I think you said delivery too, are clearly like he's blessed with those things. But I think the reason why Pusha T's managed to remain this relevant, whether it's from the Clips days to his solo stuff, is he's always it's the soundscape that he chooses for his albums. It does change. You know what I mean? Daytona is not the same as It's Almost Dry, and Darkest Before Dawn was different to that. And do you know what I mean? He's always, I guess, it's not. I wouldn't say reinvention, but it's keeping it fresh, I guess.
And the flow switches
coming up
up
with interesting ways to say what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? No one says what he says.
He definitely invented a new flow this year. That flow he had on Neck and Wrist Don't Lie. I have never heard anything like that in my life. It's so exciting. Like he's definitely a creative talent, but he shines on this song. And if we're going to, there's only really 5-6 features on here, but if we're going to talk about top 3 features, he's definitely in that conversation.
Oh yeah, he probably is number one. Actually.
Yeah, one thing I want to ask everybody, and feel free to say what you want to say about this. How do we feel about the tracks where Freddie's on his own? Do we feel like he's missing something? Do we feel like he's delivering? Because for me, the tracks where he's on his own and he tries to do the chorus and the verse, I actually was kind of impressed with how nice they all sat together. They never felt any kind of way. Like they never.
I wanted more of it, honestly.
Yeah,
I actually wanted more tracks without features.
Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing. What about you, Sean? You seem kind of upset by that statement.
No, I'm looking at the track list. I think that I think he handles any of the sort of the singular tracks on here. I mean, you think he's doing a lot on Blackest in the Room, Dark Hearted, Grandma Stove. I know there's an R&B feature on there, which is a great little touch at the end as well. CIA. Yeah, Freddie holds his own, but he's been.
Don't forget Space Rabbit. He kills Space Rabbit as well. Do not forget that song, man. That is my jam. I love it. I'm telling you, the guy goes off. Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, Freddie's. Yeah, he could have done this feature less and put out.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Exactly.
Really I wonder if that's a possibility for Freddie Gibbs that maybe for the next project he just goes completely J. Cole style solo with a couple producers and.
Do you know what it is though? He knows the game. Like people look for features when a project comes out. Are like the pop, hip hop fans looking for Freddie Gibbs' name? Not really, but they're looking for Pusha T, Rick Ross, Moneybagg Yo, Offset, all of these people.
Yeah, but
comes with the territory with a Freddie album as well. There's always a standout feature every year. Do you know what I mean? Whether it was Pusha T on Palm Olive on Bandana or I'm trying to think now like. Pinata. I mean, Scarface or Pinata is hard. He had the posse cut on there as well.
This is the thing. Like, I think all of his features in the past were choiceful. Like, it's a bit messy on this album. The features, but I'm only realizing that talking to you guys now.
I don't know. I get what you mean. I'd say it's more like it's definitely varied. A bit obscure. Like, to go from Anderson .Paak and Raekwon to DJ Paul to Pusha T to Music Soul Child. It is a bit wild in that sense, I guess, yeah. But I'm not mad at it. It's cool.
No.
It's fine. We might as well talk about like what next for Freddie. I think for me, this is going to sound really weird, but I kind of don't want any music for a little while. I think we've had a project every year for, other than 2016, most of pretty much like 10 years now. And this kind of feels like the victory lap. Like he's put everything together that he's went out and done. He's still kind of talking about the same things, but obviously he's doing a bit like what Conway did, where he just goes that extra mile and gives you a little bit more information. And I just feel like maybe it will be, you don't want, there's only so much you can have. Like, you know, when TV series just gone too long, you just think I should have ended at season 6. Like that's how I kind of feel with this. It's like, I kind of want him to stop with the music for a little while, go away, live some life, do some other things, which apparently he wants to do anyway. He's trying to get into stand-up. He's just done a film where he's acting. I feel like he's trying to do something else as well. That's kind of what I want now, is a break, like whether it's 2 or 3 years, and then he comes back with not just new music, but I guess new content as well.
Back with that album with Madlib. I think he's Montana. I think he was going to make a third one. But it would. I was thinking at first, like just I want that ASAP. But actually having like a 3-year break or something, and then coming out with that, the anticipation will build, and he'll have a lot more to say. Definitely.
Even just a year, like, because it's every single year. And the only reason I say it is because I don't doubt that Freddie would drop Montana next year, and it's one of the best albums of the year. That's like, I've no doubt of that. But there's always that risk of like just going that extra one and it being a flop or a dip in the quality. So I wouldn't mind a break. I wouldn't mind a year or 2 off, go and try some other things, some more, artistic ventures, and then come back with these new stories and maybe a new sound or whatever. But what about you, lot? What do you think's next? What do you want next?
I obviously want another project. I don't think this is like that career defining, big kind of like I can retire off this album type thing. But I am also conscious of Freddie Gibbs' age. So he's in that same boat as, Benny the Butcher, not to mention the Beef or whatever. I think we kind of skirted around that this episode, and, Conway and all those Griselda lot, where he's a lot older. So he's got something to prove. But this isn't the album where he's completely gone all the way and proved it all in my eyes. Now, that statement, could backfire on me, and his next album could be shit, but I think he's still got some ways to go. And whenever that project drops, I just hope he's taken his time. And realistically, like we said earlier, I hope he's done a lot more solo tracks. Because that's what will get him the respect of people like us, as opposed to, the kind of bigger fan base he's trying to appeal to. Because the bigger fan bases, they'll listen to this, they'll listen to that, they'll listen to this, they'll listen to that. But if you make an album for yourself and for the real rap fans, that will be a much better kind of footing for you to have a big hit album, in my eyes.
Okay. What about Kieran or Theo?
He can. As much as I've liked him dropping albums, pretty much every year, I think he does need a break. Like the thing, he's wanted to take a break anyway and go out and do different bits and bobs. He even talked about making an R&B album, which I can't really see.
Yeah, I was going to say that, yeah.
But I think he just needs a break, just spend some time away, gather his thoughts, and also and come back refreshed with that new energy. Because I feel if he just keeps going, like you say, it probably will turn into a dud, because he will probably almost burn himself out. He just needs to take a few years off and then come back fresh. Even though I would be looking for the new album, but I think he goes away and then focuses, gets himself together and then come back with Montana with Madlib and then just smash it. That's what he does.
So did you hear that he said he's joining Silk Sonic?
Oh my God, he didn't say so. Oh, that is ridiculous.
Could you imagine though? That'd be fun.
Well, where's that song where he's singing a lot at the end, like trying to sing, and then he starts laughing, I think, afterwards? Am I bugging? There's a song where he tries to sing in this.
Isn't it Couldn't Be Done? The first track.
Is it? I don't know. I just remember hearing him trying to sing. And I was just like, what the fuck? I like it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, look, Gat Dam on Bandana, I like that song. I know it's not for everyone, but he's kind of singing on it.
Oh, yeah, he sings nicely on that.
Yeah. That's a cool track.
You know what? I feel like... Oh, sorry, what were you saying, Sean?
No, nothing.
I feel like there was a point, and I don't know if it was when Alfredo dropped, but I thought that Freddie and Benny were going to have like a collab album or something.
That ain't happening anymore.
This is what I'm disappointed.
This is what the beef is about, though. That's where some of the beef originated from, because Benny, we could go on about this, but it's because Freddie did want that collab album, and I don't know, Benny was too busy. And then Benny starts saying, "Oh, you're begging me for this collab album," and then he just got upset and all sorts. And then obviously the beef has escalated to what it's been.
That's crazy.
Yes, yeah.
I do actually. I feel like they just complement each other so well, though, especially on that
Freddie wanted it desperately, apparently, and Benny.
I think Freddie needs it more than Benny needs it, though. To be honest, like not any slight against any of them.
I mean, you're right, though. You're right. You're not wrong saying that Freddie needs it more than Benny, but also Benny has stuff to gain out of this. It will test his rap skills. Like maybe he's avoiding it because Freddie will run circles around him. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know about that.
That could probably happen.
Yeah, according to Benny, though, apparently it all started with like Freddie was cracking some jokes, and he said something about Benny got shot, didn't he, a couple of years ago?
All right.
Yeah, and I think, you know what Freddie Gibbs is like? He's just always trolling and cracking jokes. And I think he said something regarding that. And Benny the Butcher is, as far as we're aware, a very serious guy, street guy, and just didn't take kindly to it. And it kind of went south from there. And that's where there was the back and forth. And then we had the brawl and the chain being snatched and everything. It's just disappointing, man.
The chain being
snatched
is ridiculous.
I think the line that in this album that really like got me like twisted almost was like he says like he's still selling crack or something.
Yeah, I didn't understand what was going on there. I was like, are you Freddie?
Hell?
No, he can't be.
There's definitely a line though.
He makes way too much money to be selling crack, though.
Yeah, I remember hearing it said. I was like, "Really?
Is it like a claim, like the only rapper this big selling crack or something?" It's something like that.
Yeah,
no, he's got to be joking.
Like
he's a joker,
ridiculous.
isn't it? He's got to be joking. There's no like, I can't. Oh, I can't.
It's quite a serious moment that he says it in, though. Like it's not even. I don't even know if it's a song to joke in.
He does say some wild stuff on this. He talks about like having the crack in the diapers or something like that. And
yeah, that was wild.
That was wild.
Like, that was wild. Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs is a crazy guy, man. Crazy guy. I guess the last thing I wanted to ask is, at this point now, with the catalogue he's got, is he in the GOAT conversation? Do we have to start talking about Freddie Gibbs as one of the greatest to do it? If not of all time, then of his generation at least.
No. That's my short answer.
I need one more album. Yeah. That's like
really? I was going to say of his generation. I can't call him all time. Not yet.
Of his generation for sure.
Yeah, of his generation definitely.
Sam was like no, just no.
Yeah, because that's the easiest answer I can give you. The answer is no, not yet, but possibly. Depending on what comes out next, or maybe I just need to let a couple things marinate. Like obviously Pinata came out years ago, Alfredo came out in the pandemic, or what. Maybe I need to hear it again and then hear this and go, oh shit. But I haven't had the oh shit kind of realization that I've had with a Kendrick in 2-3 albums, like I've had with a J. Cole in a couple albums, like I've even had with artists like Tyler. I haven't had that yet, and those are the people in the GOAT level conversation. So
and you got to consider like his best albums. A lot of the credit is I'm not saying Freddie's not doing stuff on Pinata, Bandana, and Alfredo, but it's like clearly the producers brought him up a level.
Yeah.
That like actually I don't even think his solo albums have like hit. This album touches elements of that, but I don't know if anyone agrees. Like it's the collab albums that are his best work.
Yeah. So he's on the way there.
I get parking it for of all time. That's a big it's a big call, but. If we're thinking about his generation, and then you go, I know what you're saying. They're collab albums, but Pinata, Freddie, Fetty, Bandana, Alfredo, Soul separately. That's a serious catalog.
And that's why I said of his generation. For me, definitely of his generation, he is top 3 at least of his generation.
Ooh.
But,
that's 100. Cool. That's a big call. But I'm not mad at that, Theo. I'm not mad.
No, he's top 3. He's top 3. I'm gonna.
After Cole and Kendrick?
Yeah,
he's got. I'm going to say it here. I think Freddie Gibbs has a better catalog than J. Cole personally, and I love J. Cole. J. Cole's one of my favorite rappers of all time, but J. Cole has not got that many great albums. He's not got as many great albums as Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah,
I think J. Cole says the thing is though, Cole says so much more though.
I hear that take. I hear that take. Like Sean's saying, I hear that take. Freddie has got better albums than J. Cole, and you know how much of a J. Cole fan I am. But he has got better albums.
What J. Cole album is better than Alfredo? You tell me. Yeah,
this is wild. This is actually wild though.
No, but name me three J. Cole albums that are better than Freddie's discog. You can't. You could probably only name one.
You can't do
maybe 2 at a push, but not 3. You can't name.
I can name many songs. So many
but that's
songs.
the thing. J. Cole has made some like timeless classic songs, yeah, and has important projects and is one of the biggest for a reason, yeah. But when we're just talking about project for project, if we just compared the two, the quality of Freddie's work is higher.
100%. If you did like a battle of projects, Freddie would win. I'm sorry, he's definitely going to beat J. Cole every time.
Yeah, I think there's certain Kendrick is different stratosphere. Tyler is incredible. We've spoken about that, but after that, I'm struggling to think of five artists that have got better catalogs than Freddie Gibbs of his generation.
Well, you're not struggling. You're not struggling. You just know who's in that category, and there's not many people in that category.
Yeah.
It's the Griselda lot and a few other people that have been around for a little bit, but have only just started getting the love they deserve.
No, I put Griselda in more of a recent generation. I know they're older guys in terms of their age, but they didn't really drop major projects until later on. I'm putting Freddie in the sort of the 2009 to 2014, that kind of era.
Oh, that's new school.
Earlier.
Well, that's not even new school anymore. List. That's technically the mature
Big
rappers
Sean,
now. Yeah,
Wale, them
rappers in their mid to late 30s. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it's a catalogue that not many can compete with.
No, for sure. In his generation, for sure. Yeah, he probably is third in that generation.
Yeah. They said it couldn't be done.
Or second.
Oh, the board.
Oh no!
God.
Oh, the board. All white bricks.
So we going for favorite tracks?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, who's going first?
Should I just go first? Because we all know
it's actually quite hard, No,
it's not hard. It's not hard for me. Space Rabbit.
Is that it? Space Rabbit times 3.
It's only Theo back in this track. I don't know why, because it is actually a good tune.
It's just weird.
It is a banger. I'm sorry, I don't know why no one else is just. It is fire. But it's Space Rabbit, Gold Rings, and Dark Hearted. The CIA comes after that, but yeah, they're fire tracks.
Kieran?
Zipper Bags. No one spoke about that this whole episode. That track always gets me. Zipper Bags.
Definitely a vibe.
CIA. Just because, Epic and Dark Hearted.
Sam?
I'm easy. There's a nice little 3-pocket kind of place that you should be in, and it's Gold Rings, Grandma Stove, and CIA. That's it. That's the simplest.
That is a run.
That is a nice run,
Very close to mine. Mine's Dark Hearted, Gold Rings, Grandma Stove. I just think Dark Hearted is one of the best songs.
It is.
It is.
So good.
No doubt.
And then CIA, it's very close.
It was the best pre-release, and we usually don't include them in our top 3, but that track is too good not to.
Too good. Okay, scores.
Same order. Let's hear Theo's score.
Okay.
Oh no! Don't put me first because
okay, let's go backwards then. Let's go backwards. Sean, go.
All right. Well, a little bit of context because I found it in terms of the consistency of the quality a bit slow to get going. Like I said, I've had my say on the first third. I'm at an 8.4. It's a very high 8 for me. I can't put it in that 9 bracket. It's not to me his best body of work, although it's his kind of most versatile to date. But a very, very strong 8 for me, 8.4.
I'm sitting at a nice, healthy kind of 8.3 as well. Just kind of echoing what Sean said. It's not there, like all the way there yet, but he'll definitely get there eventually. So, yeah, 8.3. Not a high score, not a low score. It's a fair score in my eyes.
I give it 8.5.
No explanation for that. He's like, there's
no explanation. There's no explanation needed, is there?
Okay, fair
It's a
enough.
great album.
Yeah, well, I had it ridiculously high earlier, but then I listened. I listened. I listened to Pinata and Bandana again, so I was like, okay, that really put it into context. So I've had to knock it down. So I've got it as like an 8.5. You should have seen what I had it as before.
Phil, what was your initial rating?
Oh, it was close. It was close to 9. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I had it high. Honestly, I've been banging this project out.
Fair enough.
I've been banging this project out loads, but listening to his Discord today really put into context. So I was like, no, I can't put it that high. It's
Well,
not
there's a reason
some
we
of his best
reviewed
body
this.
of work. Yeah,
we reviewed this instead of Cheat Codes and Jin's album, even though those two I think are coming close to the top tier this year.
Well,
I think it's a bit like we've maybe can cut this out, Sam. I don't know, but I think it's just timing, isn't it? I think if we were like
edit the fuck out of that.
if timing was, what am I saying? I think if we were more active when Jid dropped and when Cheat Codes dropped, we probably would have done reviews. Like I think with Mars last year. Do you know what I mean? No, good to do another review.
Well, our overall score is at 8.4, which, you know, isn't terrible, isn't great. I mean, the reviews are obviously, every fucking publication reviews shit lower than we do, but with a grey area. And
it's so low. Like, well, it's not that low, but I'm surprised it's like floating around 7.
Hey, this is Sean, and thanks for listening to another episode of The Grey Area. Are you an upcoming artist, critic, journalist, or content creator? Hit us up on our Discord or in our YouTube comments if you want to share new music, take part in an interview, or are interested in collaborating. Links to these can be found in the show notes. Take care.